Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a very special episode of Zach and Jacob Talk About Stuff. In today's episode, we will be joined by, of course, my amazing co-partner, equal host, Jacob.
The other 60% of the show, Jacob. Hello, Zach.
Hello, Jacob. And we're also going to be joined by two new guests, Josh and Jonah. Josh and Jonah, how are you guys doing today?
I am doing fantastic.
That's Josh for the record.
That's Josh.
I'm just gonna stick with fantastic. We'll go with that.
Oh, that's good. Well, Zach, do you have a favorite sport?
I do have a favorite sport.
What is it, Zach? Zach, respond.
Croquet.
Oh, well, you know a sport I've always wanted to understand and don't have any understanding of whatsoever?
What sport, Jacob?
The classic American sport of baseball. It's kind of weird that Jonah and Josh know a little bit about baseball. Right?
I think that is pretty weird. Jonah and Josh, would you guys be willing to teach us how to play baseball in 15 minutes?
Well, it's certainly gonna be difficult, but we can try.
Okay.
You sure can.
The basics aren't too bad.
Okay, so let's start. So I got my drawing screen up here, as the audience can see.
Jacob is going to illustrate, create visuals based off everything Josh and Jonah say.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. So where do we start?
So, you have a baseball field. You create a diamond at the bottom.
How big is the diamond?
At the bottom. And the corners of the diamonds are each base. There are 4 bases. You got to finish the diamond.
There we are.
There you go.
Okay.
So the 4 corners of each diamond is a base. The base at the bottom is called home plate. That's the most important one.
Okay, so there we got 4 bases, right?
There you go. So your goal is you have to start at home plate, and your goal is to run around the bases counterclockwise.
Oh, is that the wrong goal?
Run around the bases counterclockwise. And finish back at home base.
Okay.
Josh, counter.
Wait, Jonah's saying I'm doing something wrong. Jonah, now explain where I messed up.
Jacob, home is at the bottom.
So allow us to go back.
Jonah, I think home is where the heart is.
Yes, although in baseball that's not true.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So home is...
Why is the game not called hitball?
I would ask Abner Doubleday.
I have no idea who that is, and you know I don't know who that is.
Yeah, well, he was one of the inventors of baseball, but he probably didn't invent the sport. I have no idea why it's called baseball.
Was baseball
probably
invented
because
by
there are
Alfred
bases.
Baseball?
Well, imagine being able to go around and brag about inventing baseball.
That would be such a flex.
That'd be so cool.
Was it invented by Alfred Baseball? I think it's Alfred Baseball.
Yeah, what'd you do today, Alfred Baseball? Oh, nothing. Just invented a new sport.
Really fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a diamond and there's a home plate. And now what do we do from there?
So from there, you want to take the lines that you drew from first and third, and you want to extend them very far, probably to the edge.
Okay,
or close to the edge.
Take the line from which one is
Drawn
first?
from home to first and home to third, which are the corners.
Nope, you're
sorry,
not.
You want to extend them. Keep going that way.
This way.
Continue the line.
No. Hey, Jacob,
continue the line.
The diagonal line.
Oh, from here?
Yeah, draw a line from home to first and just keep it going.
This is home and this is okay.
And first base is to the one on the right, and then there you go.
Yeah.
Do the same thing on the left.
Okay. I think the audience is finally starting to understand baseball.
And then what you want to do is you want to connect those two. Oh, you kind of drew it all the way, but you want to connect those two on a little bit of like an arch.
Oh, a little bit of an arch?
How big of an arch?
That looks good.
That's good, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
I'm doing good. Okay.
So that's the field. Now, there are a bunch of players on the field at any given time. So, but the most important one is a batter. He stands at home plate, and his job is to hold a bat in his hand and hit a ball thrown by the pitcher.
Well, is that
Why?
the most important one?
Why is the pitcher trying to hit?
No, the pitcher's trying.
The pitcher. Oh, sorry.
It's like the pitcher is not trying to hit the batter, although sometimes he is.
Sometimes he is.
But
That's
the
a
pitcher is trying to throw the ball past the hitter without the hitter hitting it. So there's a catcher behind home plate. There's a guy in pads and with a glove, and there's a pitcher. Oh yeah, in the middle of the diamond, draw a little circle.
Wait, give me a minute. I will in a second.
What's the guy's name?
The guy's name is a catcher.
No, I'm okay. All right.
You want a name? Let's go with Josh.
All right.
Catcher. I think I'm doing good on this part. Okay.
I think you are
And
too.
Draw a circle in the middle of the diamond.
Okay.
There you go. And now,
We're gonna-
now the pitcher stands on that circle,
Okay.
which is referred to as a mound in baseball.
So now. Okay, and I don't want to draw again. A guy against a pitcher.
So he pitches the ball to the catcher. His goal is to not have the batter hit the ball.
Okay, so he hits the ball, but then why doesn't he throw it in any direction? Like throw it to first base or something like that?
True.
See, that's what he does. So in the field, there are these guys called fielders, and their goal is to get the runner. Their goal is to get the batter out, and there are multiple ways he can do it.
Well, but if the pitcher wants to throw, he's trying to get him to
Name-
not hit
name-
the ball, why doesn't he just throw the ball in the opposite direction of the pitcher? Oh, the
Josh,
batter.
name every way. Name every way.
Name every way. Okay, so if the field, there's a fielder, and he stands on first base. He's called the first baseman.
Who's
Very
on first?
Okay.
Named appropriate. Yes. Who's
Wait,
on first?
who's on first?
Who's
Exactly.
on first?
This guy's
no,
name is
wait.
who?
His name is
So-
who?
Yes.
Wait, who's on first?
Yes?
Hysterical. Yes. So he stands on first.
No, but who's on first? I'm confused.
It's who? Who is on first?
Who's on first? I'm asking you.
Who's on first?
I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Fine.
Who's
You know what? We're done.
who's
with-
on first?
I understand first. I understand first. I don't understand first. We'll get back to it. Now, can you tell me
Okay,
what's
anyway.
on second?
What's on second, Josh and Jonah?
What is on
Okay.
second? That is true. However,
So stupid.
Such a famous joke. It's so dumb.
It's so dumb. so what's on second?
I don't know who's on third.
Who?
This is the dumbest joke we made on the podcast.
Who's on first?
yeah, who is on first? All right. So who is standing on first base? And now, if he is in possession of the ball while touching first base, before the runner runs to first base and touches the base, the runner is out. And this is what we call a force out. As in, he's forced out.
Forced outs on first?
Zach, it's not funny anymore. You're done. The joke's over.
It was
It's done. It was the highlight of the podcast, and we're done. But now,
Okay.
Josh,
Alright.
why does the
okay.
pitcher not just throw the ball in the opposite direction of the batter if the batter's trying to hit it?
Because the pitcher is aiming for something called the strike zone.
Ooh, explain the strike zone.
The strike zone is an area that's ideal for hitting. However, the strike zone is where the batter wants to hit the ball. However, the pitcher has to throw it in the strike zone. However, he wants the batter to swing and miss instead of hit it. If you have 3 strikes, the batter is out. However, if there are 4 balls, and the ball is anything that's outside of this strike zone, the batter gets to go to first base automatically.
So 3 strikes and the batter dies.
Yes.
Strike zone
in a
is
sense.
basically the strike zone is the width of the plate, so home plate or home
Yeah.
base, and it's the height of the knees of the batter to the shoulders of the batter.
So here.
How does somebody win a baseball?
By scoring more runs than the other team. So if you hit the ball and you make it all the way around the diamond back to home base, that is 1 run. So then
how many touchdowns are needed?
0 touchdowns are needed. However,
What-
other things are needed.
Alright, this isn't really related to baseball, but what's it called when you score a point in is it called croquet? Cricket? Whatever. What is it?
cricket.
Those are 2 different sports.
Yeah,
Oh,
cricket
croquet.
is like baseball. Croquet is like the
Cricket
one.
run, I believe. Actually, I don't know. I just know that.
No, isn't it something like a wicket? I think it's like a wicket.
Yeah, that's the bat.
Is it? No, I think the wickets are behind home.
Yeah, I just looked it
No,
up. Is it some,
the wickets
some,
are behind home. The wickets are behind
No,
the
is it
batter.
some team won by 6 wickets? 5 balls left.
Yeah, wait. Okay.
Alright,
In cricket, there's a
I'm Google searching cricket terms.
in
No.
cricket there's a pitcher or like a bowl. It's called a bowler. I think they
So
bowl
we-
it like
so
on
we-
on one bounce
Yeah.
to the hitter, and then the hitter's protecting the wickets. And if it hits the wickets, it's an out. But otherwise, the hitter just gets to keep going and run from the wicket next to the batter to the wicket next to the bowler, and you just keep going back and forth, and it can go on for like days.
Wow, that
That
sport
sounds so
sounds
stupid.
horrible.
Yeah, okay.
It sounds.
Now tell me, when does a baseball game end?
So, baseball games are comprised of there are exceptions, but generally 9 innings. An inning is when both teams go up to bat, and your turn at bat ends when you get 3 outs, and an out can be in many ways. For example, a force out. But you play through 9 innings of baseball, and whoever has the most runs at the end of 9 innings is the winner.
Josh, what happens if there's more? What happens if it's tied after 9 innings?
If it's tied after 9, I'm so glad you asked. Thank you. If it's tied after 9, they go to a 10th inning, and they continue going innings after that until the game is not tied anymore and we have a clear winner. There are no ties in baseball.
Okay. Now, what is the longest game of baseball that ever played?
The longest game of
18
baseball,
innings?
I believe to be, was about 29 innings. But I'll
Really?
back check that for you right now.
What's the shortest game ever played?
The
9.
shortest game.
7, actually, no,
shortest
5.
game involves some technicalities.
Rain delays.
Yes,
Rain postponements.
Yes, where if rain is awful, and it can delay a baseball game. However, if at least half of the game has been played, then they can just call the baseball, and the home team is winning, they can just call the baseball game after only 4.5 innings.
Wait,
of
only the
baseball.
home team can call that?
Has there ever been like a game people have showed up to the field and they're just like, yeah, I don't feel like playing, and then they just
Yeah.
cancel the game? Like both
Yeah,
teams
that
have,
happened.
like,
That's happened many times. But usually, what happens is you get to go to the game is usually it's always rescheduled, except for maybe last year because of COVID. But the game would be rescheduled, and then you would be given tickets to those games.
Wait. Do the athletes still get paid though if they don't play the game?
The athletes
but-
get paid on a yearly basis most of the time.
Well, they
So what if
I
they-
imagine they get their paychecks every 2 weeks, but their
Yeah.
salary doesn't change based on the amount of games they play.
that's
paid.
that's interesting.
Although
What's your favorite- what's your
most
favorite
teams
sport?
do
You
finish.
know, I've always
with,
wanted to go into baseball.
You should.
it's a lot of fun.
Me and Jacob are gonna start a podcast. It's gonna be a sequel to this where me and him become pro athletes.
Yup.
You guys,
Me with my
you guys
5'5"
are half of the try guys.
Me with my 5'5" stature is gonna get in the NBA.
Hey, that's
Yes.
good. That's gonna be that's a small strike zone. You're like Jose Altuve.
Oh yeah, you can.
In the
Yeah,
N-
you're
in the
five. You're
NBA.
5'5". You get walked every
Yeah,
time.
I want to get in the NBA.
And me and Jacob are gonna get into
That's
the
gonna be
NBA.
tough.
That's gonna be tough. But I
the
believe
next
in you.
Muggsy
I
Bogues.
I
believe in
believe
you.
that if I practice enough, I'll get in the NBA.
Yeah,
Josh and
the next
Jonah,
Muggsy Bogues.
what's your favorite baseball related anecdote or story?
Oh, I have to think about this one. Ooh, favorite baseball story. Oh, I have a lot. I have a lot of stories from back in my time in the league. No.
What league was this?
This was the MLB. Back
Really?
in-
Was it-
way back when I used to play. I had the stories.
Are you sure you're pronouncing it right? Are you talking about 4th grade house league, or are you talking about the MLB?
No, it's 4th grade house league. But it
So
felt
many
like
words.
the MLB.
I'm just now looking at Jacob's drawing.
The reality
you have,
changed.
you have
They still
who,
get paid.
you have who question mark first, who question mark second.
No, that's
One.
That says what?
This is what? Oh.
I don't know who's on
Wait,
third.
can you tell me?
I don't know who's on third, and I don't give a damn is the short.
Yep.
I think this may have been my favorite. This is probably the favorite joke from any episode.
Oh, oops. No,
Well, you can
okay.
thank Abbott and Costello for that joke.
That was so stupid.
Okay, can you tell me which baseball team this guy plays for? Oh, I'd have to get rid of it. Give me a minute. I want to add an image into this paint. MS Paint without deleting it.
Show Bartolo Colon.
Oh, Big Sexy. You gotta love Big Sexy.
Do you have a guy named Big Sexy?
That's
Yes,
his nickname.
there was a baseball player who played in the league
No,
for
he's
many years.
retired.
His name was Bartolo Colon. He was a starter. He was a pitcher.
Well, we just had somebody. We just had somebody who tried to join that I just kicked. So for the record, before they started interrupting the podcast that we were currently filming, we're gonna do an outro so they don't ruin the podcast.
Oh no, that's Sevi.
Yeah. Oh, it is Sevi. Okay, Sevi.
Sevi! Everyone, welcome our super special surprise guest, Sevi. You know him from previous episodes, such as Zach and Jacob Talk to Sevi, and also Zach and Jacob Talk to Sevi again. Sevi,
Very
how are you
informative.
today?
Well, and from the very special, Zach and Jacob talked to Jake and Sevi.
Oh, of course, how could I forget? Sevi, how are you today?
I am doing well.
Sevi,
Oh.
look at my illustration and tell me, is this how baseball works?
Yeah, let's test Jacob's drawing skills. Can you learn everything about baseball based solely off this drawing?
You'll get paid.
Still get paid.
Well, no, because the baseline is wrong.
Hey, Sevi,
Yes.
who's on first?
No one's going to answer it this whole time.
Who's on? Sevi, who's on first?
Jacob,
Yeah?
you spelled canceled wrong.
Oh, God damn it.
Alright, and on that
Wait,
note,
C-A-N-C-E? No, I just looked it up. I'm right.
No, it's 1L.
Yeah.
find out in the
No,
next episode.
it's 2. Look it up.
No, it's 1. Look it up. Please
Join
look
us
it
for
up.
the next episode of
Wait.
Zach and Jacob.
Oh,
Talk
no, they're
Stuff,
both right. They're both right. Both spellings are correct.
where me and Jacob. do
Oh, no,
spelling
no, no,
bee.
no, no, no. I figured it out. 1L is the American dialect, while 2 L's is the British dialect, and I just imposed.
Yeah.
And I'm
Just
a, I'm
one of those. Those type of words have a funny history. They're actually like words like color, like spelled with a U in
Color.
Britain because
You know-
Britain's weird. Or actually,
No, what do you mean? No, what do you mean? You don't fuck color, C-L-O-U-R?
No,
no,
you don't.
no, you add a U.
No, you guys are just weirdos. You don't follow the traditional British model. You don't.
Jacob, I think you're just
color.
British.
Yeah.
It's COLOUR.
Yes.
There's
That is how most people spell it. Yes.
Color.
All right, Jacob.
Am I closing that?
Join us next time on Zach and Jacob Talk About Stuff, where we discuss possible plans for a Zach and Jacob spelling bee episode.
Ooh, I like that.
I want to be there because it seems like Jacob's gonna lose.
You want to be the judge? You guys
No,
can come and
no.
judge.
Look at a word. They spell any word wrong on here.
Oh, I absolutely want to.
Yes,
second.
Josh and I can be co-judge. Josh and I
You,
can
Yeah,
you
that
Josh,
sounds so
and
good.
Sevi. Oh, you and Josh can judge me, Jacob, and Sevi.
Well, I cheat.
We'll come up with the words.
Well, I cheat just to figure out how to win.
Yeah, me and Jacob
Flight.
will cheat. Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
All right. Goodbye.